All right, we're going to clean this forearm off so we can do these dissections the next time. Now there's an outer layer of connective tissue. If I grab this, you can see it's pretty tough stuff. I just lifted it up. You can see it right there. I want this clean. Here's the olecranon process right here. I want this clean to where the arm bends. So if you drew a line in your mind right there, I want this cleaned all the way to the wrist. It doesn't have to go out to the top of the hand here. Okay? We're going to clean this. And where do you start? I don't know. Pick a spot and work from there. I'm going to lift this up, put a hole in it. And that's going to allow me to start. You can see I'm using the sharp side of my scissors and I'm sliding it under there. And I'm just going to run this down to the wrist. Now you guys can see with me using the sharp side and using this, that's my finger to pin that down. What happens if I get too aggressive and slip? You're going to run those scissors right into your fingers. So just take your time. You can see I'm doing a little up motion, just a little up and scrape, and it's kind of wedging that tissue loose. And then I'm just going to get it started. And then I just closed the scissors and I'm just going to go to scraping here. And I'm only going to show you this on the top side. If it hangs up, and you can see there's nothing covering that muscle right there. So I'm just going to take that right to the edge. And I'm just going to keep working that loose. We're going to take that right down to the wrist. See, I'm just scraping. I closed the scissors and I'm just scraping right down to the wrist. And I'll just trim that off. Okay. There's a little bit more right there. Just going to peel that off. Use whatever techniques you have to. There's still some more right here. Back to the scissors. Just lifting it up and I'll just get it started. Oh, there we go. Oh, that took me into the second layer. Sweet. All right, now that's on the top. You'll have to do the same thing on the inside surface, but I just want to show this all at once. So first layer removed. Now every single one of these muscles has its own wrapping. They're all these little tubes. They have their own wrappings. And you can see right there, I actually got the second layer off. Can everybody see the muscle color change? That's what I want this arm to look like. Watch this technique. You can grab anywhere on one of these muscles. You have to grab it, lift it up, put a little hole in it. Then you're going to take your scissors, sharp side, and you're going to slide it under that connective tissue all the way to the wrist. Close the scissors. Look at that color change. Can everybody see that? Now every one of these wrappings then hits the line of the next muscle. So if you pull on it like this, nice and tight, you won't be able to pull it any further. When it gets to that point, lay your scissors flat and just literally trim this off like Christmas paper. Anybody ever cut Christmas paper and you don't close the scissors and you just run them? Anybody know what I'm talking about? Just do that, right to the wrist. Now I'm going to go to the next fiber bundle. You can see there's the line right there. So the next one should be open a little bit. Come here, buddy. Just trying to grab the nose, lift that up, slide, oh, there it is. And I'll roll that over to the next muscle and trim that off. Now I'm going to spin this. You also have to work these back to the elbow as well. A little bit of connective tissue right here. Watch. And I'm just going to trim that down. And those two muscles are clean. Let me do the next muscle, the next tube. Just put a hole in it anywhere. Slide your scissors in, run them down, peel it over to the next muscle. Be careful, some of these fibers are going to want to shred. And then trim. And you can see how that's opening up? Now anywhere that it's still white, you have to do the same thing, continue cleaning. I want you to do that on this side of the arm and the other side. 2 layers. A big layer and individual layers, all coming off. Go.